There we are. Namaste. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to day 5 of the Gratitude Challenge. It's nice to be back. I took the night off yesterday, and actually all afternoon and all evening. So that was really lovely. I appreciated the space. And I think the Fool card, if nothing else, and I've got a lot of things I want to share with you about this card, but it was that it's okay to do things differently. You know, you don't always have to stick with the plan. And that was what I did. And I really didn't think too much about it. I just thought, this is what's in my best interest. And so I decided to just really, well, I didn't do nothing. I sat in front of my tarot cabinet and I thought about a couple of tarot tags that I want to do. And I looked at decks and I shuffled cards and I laughed and I did a bit of journaling. I watched a movie. You know, it was just really nice. It was nice to just, I don't know, not have the pressure to do anything. So that's what I did. Hello to Jamie. Yeah, sometimes you do. You just need to rest. And I was going to draw another card, but I thought, you know, I just really need to. So I was with the Fool for 2 days, basically for 2 days, and a lot of things came up. If you look at this Fool card, there's a lot of energy. A lot of energy. Hello, Mary Beth. A lot of energy circling, encircling. I went up to, I'm not sure with timing. My head's a little muddled right now, but wind is really something that I love to embrace. And one of my favorite things is to just stand with my arms out extended and just feel the wind on my face and feel its energy. I used to really not, like wrap up in the wind and avoid the wind. And I don't know where that came from, but now I really like it. I love the wind. I love to walk in the wind and be in the wind. Have to be careful where I am because there's a lot of tall trees. A lot of things can fly around, but that's kind of what I was feeling. And I feel really grateful for all that energy. And at the same time, I feel like things are really shifting with me in many ways, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And I sometimes feel it's all too much. And at the same time, I feel grateful. I feel grateful that things are shifting and the energy is flowing in an almost chaotic way, like in that Fool card. Yeah. And when I look at that Fool card, it feels like that Fool could be lifted up and off the ground, right? It could be taken away in that energy. So yeah, so I really feel great. It sounds so weird. I feel grateful for energy. Only I would say that. I feel grateful for the flow of energy. I feel grateful for when things are not stagnant. And I feel also grateful that I recognize it so easily. You know, I'm the first one to open the doors and open the windows and get the energy moving in the house. And if we need to smudge, we need to smudge. Or it's one of the reasons I like to keep a clean house. A lot of people don't associate the actual physical cleaning and the not having a lot of junk around with the flow of energy, but it's really important, I found, to and also keep plants, lots of plants in the house. Like the flow of energy is really important. And so I do my best to, and my kids would laugh like, oh, mother, oh my God, you have so much furniture in your house. You need to get rid of your furniture. But I don't feel like that. I feel like the energy is flowing just fine. My kids are so funny. Yeah, I love the butterfly shoes too. I really like the butterfly shoes. They make me feel light. I was actually skipping with Amber, skipping. So for those women that are listening, this is really interesting because I never used to skip. I have 4 children. And so the years that were just, I don't know how many years, it was a lot of years because I'm talking about incontinence. So I would never skip. I would never go on a trampoline. I would avoid bursting out in laughter. And then 2010, when was the Olympics in Whistler? Was that 2010? I went, I was so done because I'd also had another child. So the other child was 10 years after the third one. And I thought, I need to fix this. And I actually went to a physio. Sorry, Andrew, you probably don't want to hear this, but I'm just going to share this. Who had this treatment plan. And I was like, this is crazy. So what I did was I just amped up my yogic practice, my physical asana practice. And I really started to embrace the root chakra energy, all of the bandhas. The bandhas are really important to that, and to move with energy. And now, in my late 50s, I can go on a trampoline, I can skip, I can do cartwheels, I can do handstands, and I don't worry about anything like that anymore. So it's pretty amazing. And no surgery, no physio, just yoga. So yeah, that's my little story about skipping and dancing and butterfly shoes. Anyway, I don't know why I'm sharing that with you. Aaron and Andrew are probably cringing away here. I don't know. Because you're a young boy. And I would never talk about this with my son. So yeah, you're a young man. I won't call you a boy. So where am I going here? I have some notes so I don't get totally distracted. Dragons. Oh, I just thought of another story. Okay. In initiation for Reiki, one of the masters, mothers, I watched this video of her. She was this old Japanese woman, and when she was doing the Reiki, it's not called initiation, but you get my drift. And in the Japanese tradition, when you do these ceremonies, you do it in a completely black room. So all of the doors are shut, the windows are shut, there's no light. And the reason is that so much energy is called into the room. I don't really know. They didn't really say, like when I went through this training with the Japanese people, they didn't really explain why. But when I was listening to this old, wise Japanese woman, she was talking about all the dragons dancing in the room. And I've never actually, with my clairvoyance, seen dragons, but I was really intrigued. And so I look forward one day to actually embracing, actually seeing the dragon energy in connection with Reiki. When I'm teaching and doing Reiki training, we never do that here. We always have light and windows open and all of that. And I would really like to do an authentic one day, somewhere where I could blacken out the room. I think that would be fun. Yeah. Dragons. I'm grateful for dragons. I'm grateful for energy. And as I'm looking at this card, not Master Usui's mother. No, Yamaguchi. So Yamaguchi Sensei's mother was one of the last sorry, I need to explain this to you. Last living. So she was not attuned by Usui. She was attuned by his youngest, by Usui's youngest master. So the last master that Usui trained was her teacher. And so for me to take the training with the Yamaguchi family was as close as I could get to the direct lineage of Reiki. And it was amazing. And I plan one day to go back to Kyoto and do another training in Japanese with this family at their teaching facility there. That's one of my dreams, to do that. Yeah, because I don't think anybody can have too many attunements and take too much training. Yeah, you know, I think in the West, we're very quick to get our certifications. Oh yeah, I have level 2. I have my master's. I'm a Reiki master. Well, I could take these trainings over and over and over and over. It's just so powerful. The more attunements you have, it's like a bottle brush. It's like a bottle brush through your crown chakra, right? That's how I feel. Like I actually feel, that's what I feel during these attunements. And I love that. I love that metaphor. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dancing dragons would be just amazing. So look at the Fool card. The blue dragons on the left from the perspective of the Fool, and the red dragons on the right. And so we have the double helix, and I want to talk a little about DNA and that, but also this is the Ida and the Pingala Nadi of the chakra. So the Ida they both start in the root, and then they go up, and at each chakra, the Ida and the Pingala energy weave back and forth. And so the chakra points are where the intersections where the two energies meet. And it's just really cool because it just shows me how in tune Mary White is. So the blue represents the divine feminine energy, the red represents the divine masculine energy, the Pingala and the Ida. And so the Fool is actually the Sushumna, which is really interesting. The Sushumna being the direct channel where the Kundalini rises through. So yeah, it's really so what I'm grateful for is I'm grateful for the complexity and all of the nuances of this card. I love it. I love nerding out in this kind of stuff. It's really fun. I'm staring at it on the screen in front of me. That's why I'm looking that way. Yeah. You like Japanese culture, Erin? Yeah, me too. I would love, I can't wait to go back one day. And I always thought that I would be back sooner, but I haven't been back in years. I lived there for 3 years, and then I went back many, many times in my 20s, and I haven't been back like in 30 years. So it's really sad, but I'm going to go. I will go back. Yeah. So probably to Kyoto. And I would love to go back to Yuki Matsuri in Sapporo. That'd be cool. Okay, so what else am I grateful for? A couple more things. Is there anything else? So I think all of this, what happened over the last couple of days was that this Fool card was kind of like, it just really stirred things up. It stirred things up, and it let things go. So I felt a sense of freedom. So I feel grateful for that energy. Yeah. Yeah, Fairy Wren Whispers. It was really something. Fairy Wren, your name is Yvie, is that right? Is that right? I've been trying to watch everybody's channels, and in the description box below, I put everybody's name that I could find. So your channels are all there linked below. It's been really, really fun. Yeah. So let's pull a card for tomorrow. And if you ever want to ask me anything about, my Japanese experience, I'm going to put the Fool back in. I love talking about it. I feel like it was yesterday. I really do. I really do. And so I told you I was a high school teacher. And so when I was teaching school, I organized a lot of exchanges. And so I took the kids. To Japan many times. And it was fun. It was fun to be the leader because I can still speak Japanese. But I was much more fluent then. What edition is your Marielle? Well, it's I think the first edition had black borders, the first printing. So this is the printing of, so there's many variations, right? So this is the first edition that had the shiny gold borders. But then I told you, I trimmed it. And then so this side has matte gold. So, because this didn't get trimmed, right? So I've got shiny, shiny, matte, matte. So it's my own unique Marielle. But anyway, as far as the cards go, it's the first edition. But I don't know what printing, because I'm pretty sure it had black borders at one point, and I do not have a copy with the black borders. Sunny, I don't think I said hello to you. Oh, you were a history major in college, Erin? Huh. Yvie says we had a Japanese student with us for a year. Oh, and also, so I have so many connections. So when a couple of my friends stayed and they married Japanese men. And so my ties are deep. And also all of the different people that I lived with. And I'm still in touch with a lot of my students when I was teaching there. What was I going to tell you? Something to do with Fairy Wren. Oh, so yeah. So my first 3 kids were all close in age. So 22 months apart. And I had so one of my friends who was teaching at a college in Japan. It was a women's college. She arranged for her students to come over, and so I had Japanese nannies for several years living in my house to help with the kids, and that was great because I got to speak Japanese every day, and they were, would make Japanese food and stuff, so that was nice. Nothing wrong with switching majors. Okay. All right. I just, don't you like shuffling cards? I really just like shuffling cards in a very relaxed way, like, no pressure. Okay. Here we go. The card for day 6 gratitude challenge is, this is big energy. The King of Wands. King of Wands. King of Wands. Wow. So yeah, so there we go. I've been playing with the Dark Goddess Tarot. So I feel like I have had a lot of this over the last couple of days. That's very yellow hair. Very yellow hair. Okay. All right. Yeah. So it's a lot of fiery energy. All right. So I'm going to contemplate that. And my plan is so tomorrow I'm going to do my regular live at 6:00. And I still haven't decided which of those two VRs I'm going to do. Do you have a preference? Whether I do the VR to Masha and that list of favorites by category, or the unfavorites and dating the tarot, the VR to Candy. I'm kind of almost ready to do either of them. So one of them will happen tomorrow at 6:00, and then I'll come on at 10:00 and do my reflections on this guy. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Andrew asked if I'm going to put out all the cards at the end. Yes. And I also have all my 49 plus cards from my Kwanzaa readings as well too, that I was going to try to figure out what I'm going to do with those too, because those are amazing readings. So, yeah. So yes, I would like to do a like a wrap up, but it's not going to be a wrap up. I think I'm going to carry on with this and do maybe once a week. Okay, so Sunny voted for favorites. And okay, so 2 votes for favorites. Anybody else want to chime in on that one? Anybody else? Anybody else? I was kind of feeling that too. I was watching Kasha's video yesterday, and I think I bought 3 or 4 decks while I was watching her video. It's like, oh my God. So she did the VR to I'm talking about Tarot Map, Kasha, and she showed a lot of decks. And so that's not good. Yeah. I really, in 2021, I said the only deck I was going to buy was Tarot of the Abyss. And if Benabel's deck comes out, that one. So you know what? I'm going to hold myself to this. The only 2 decks that I'm going to buy for the remainder of 2021 are the new Spirit Keepers Tarot and Tarot of the Abyss. That's my intention anyway, because I have enough. I have enough. I don't need any more. I really don't. We will see. We will see. Yeah, pre-orders. I don't know if I have any pre-orders out there. I just have my box of decks sitting in the US of A that I need to go and pick up one day. The day that the Canada-US border opens, oh my God, I'm going to be like in my car and like driving so fast towards the border. You know what, Erin? Take your time. Take your time. Like in my first few years, like I was telling this to Andrew the other day, like with the Osho Zen Tarot, I think I used that exclusively for 2 years. And I loved it. I loved it. I got to know it so well. I did daily draws every single day, and I recorded it. I had the app on my phone. I did draws on my phone. Yeah. So I really vote, especially in the beginning, to really get to know the decks you have. We really get to learn how to talk to them. Okay. Oh, for sure. It can be used exclusively for much longer than that. There's a few decks. Like this is another one. This is another one that I'm spending some time getting to re-know. And I can't believe I ever put it away. Yeah. So because there are so many decks that I want to spend more time with, I really need to stop buying for years. I really do. Yeah, it's trimmed. I trimmed it. Isn't it pretty? It's by Eden Gallanter. She's in San Francisco. It's not new. And it kind of has a story unto itself. It is, it's called the Chemonnet Tarot, Cheimon, like way, you know, Chemon. Maybe that's what it means. Ette. Yeah. It's really cool. There's the sigils for each suit are really important. And it has just a really interesting, I'll show you a couple of my favorite cards and then I'll say goodbye. Some of the cards are really hard to, yeah, some of them are really hard. Yeah, but and one of the things I like about this deck is the interaction between the cards. Like she puts the kings and queens of each suit in various cards, and she builds a story. Here's one of the. Aren't they pretty? This is the Princess of Wands. This is the Princess of Swords. What decks are you using the most right now? Well, I was using Bone Stone a lot, but that's going to go to rest. And so what I'm going to be working with over the next month are Dark Goddess, and Primordial. Like this is for me personally, right? Not doing readings. What else is, and my new Tarot de Marseille, which is yeah. Can I say one more thing? I'm going to say one more thing. I really don't feel like I thanked Amy enough. So I received this as a gift just before Christmas. This is a first edition Wild Unknown Tarot. And one of the viewers, she found this on eBay and she sent it to me. And I've had it like beside me ever since I got it. Like I was just like dumbfounded that she sent this to me. So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Erin, is that a question? This one, is this a question? Deviant Moon Tarot. Are these the decks that you're working with now? Yes, I just felt so, and she knows how much I like this deck. And I just felt so very, very, very grateful. Yeah. Alrighty. So I'm going to sign off. Good night. I'll see some of you tomorrow at in my live at 6 o'clock or at 10 o'clock. Okay. Thanks. Namaste, everybody. Have a good sleep if that's where you are. If you're starting your day, enjoy your day.